All right, so moving on to section 2. Section 2, client preparation and basic facial. This is a 25-minute section. So the proctor is going to read to you, you will prepare your client for services. You will perform a basic facial. The basic facial will include cleansing, manual exfoliation, towel steaming, massage, and mask. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 25 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 12 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate you have finished. They'll repeat the instructions and then tell you you may begin. So in this section, this is where we are prepping our client and we are going to actually perform the facial. So you don't have to stop afterwards. So don't prep your client and wait. Prep your client, get her draped everything, and move right on into the facial. I know 25 minutes sounds crazy to do a facial, but I promise you it's gonna take you probably less than 25 minutes. If you're done ahead of time and everybody's done ahead of time, everybody step back to signal they're done, you guys as a whole will move on to the next section. They won't like make you run down the clock. So the first thing we're gonna do before any section, sanitize our hands. If in doubt and you don't know what you're supposed to be doing at any given time, because in real life, once you guys will have to have this memorized, you won't have your papers. Sanitize your hands if you're not sure what you're supposed to be doing. So we're gonna sanitize our hands. We're gonna open our new client setup bag. In our new client setup bag, we have 3 towels and 2 bobby pins. It's up to you if you kind of want to like wait until you do other things. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this away and sanitize my hands again so I get it out of my area. And then sanitize. So our whole area is clean, so it doesn't matter what things like touch. So we're going to use 1 towel as our essential like bed or work area for Lisa. We are going to put Lisa down. In real life, you guys will have the better mannequin heads, and they're yours to keep, so I recommend hanging on to them. I am gonna fold this towel so it doesn't take up as much room because she doesn't have shoulders, and this is gonna be her little décolleté drape. So if she had shoulders, this would go over her shoulders, so you want it, you know, just like you would drape a real client. And then I'm gonna have my towel here for a head wrap. It may have been a while since some of you guys have done a towel as a head wrap instead of just using like the Velcro ones that we use. So do your corners. We're gonna pop it under her head. You can lay this out first too if you want. Some people like to do that. Your drape has to be maintained throughout the whole exam, meaning if her head wrap starts to fall off during the middle of your facial, stop what you're doing and fix it. So I'm just tucking the extra like towel ends in, and then you're gonna use your bobby pins. You can use one of them, you can use both of them, it doesn't matter. We have 2 of them in here in case you drop one on the floor, you break one, something happens. But I'm gonna go ahead and stick a bobby pin in. I have an extra bobby pin. I can put this to the side for now in my like clean supplies, universal supplies, whatever. It's clean, it hasn't been used. So what we're gonna do, I'm also going to set out a clean paper towel and a dirty paper towel. It doesn't matter which one is which. It doesn't matter where you put what, as long as you have, I'll probably put my clean one over here because this is where my supplies are, and I'll do my trash over here until we need to put it in the trash. So I can put my bobby pin on the clean one. That way, what if I need to readjust her head wrap in the middle and her bobby pin falls on the floor? If something falls on the floor, what do you think we do?
Put it in the sanitize.
Yes. So stop what you're doing, because it becomes like a tripping hazard and you don't want them. They will take points if you don't get it. They won't take points for you dropping something, as long as you deal with it correctly. So if it's something that you don't need, say the extra bobby pin, you can pick it up off the floor, put it into to be disinfected, sanitize your hands, go about your business again. If it's like a fan brush, you only have one, you haven't used it yet, you need it, pick it up off the floor, use your alcohol from your Universal Supplies, spray alcohol on your brush, use a paper towel to wipe it off, then you can put it back on your station, sanitize your hands, go back to what you're doing. And if it's trash, again, pick it up, trash, go back to what you're doing. Sanitize, go back to what you're doing. You don't want to leave anything on the floor. I've heard a horror story of a student who dropped a stick on the floor and one of the proctors came and picked it up. So you don't want the proctor to come pick up your stuff. Also, I had a student once who put her entire work area bag on the floor when she was like transitioning in the first step, and they took it because it touched the floor and it can't touch the floor. Needless to say, it wasn't a good time, because now all of her sanitization stuff and everything was gone. So they took it I don't know when she got it back or if she got it back. If it was at the end of the exam or if it was like at the end of the section, but it was detrimental to her score. So don't put anything on the floor. All right, so we have Lisa draped. What we're gonna do first, and we have our clean paper towel, so I'm gonna use this side as my clean, this side as my dirty. This is like a little hack so that you don't have to sanitize your hands every 2 seconds when you throw something away in the trash. Because if you put cleanser on your hand and you throw the stick away and you have to sanitize your hands, you cleanser on your hands. So now you're gonna get your cleanser out. I suggest opening one bag at a time so you guys don't get confused with like what's going on here. So we're gonna take out our cotton rounds. We have small cotton rounds, large cotton rounds. We have little sticks, and we have our cup of cleanser. So this is gonna be trash, but for now I'm gonna put it on this trash pile. I do not have to sanitize my hands for this trash pile. It has only been contaminated with my station, and my station is clean. So it's only contaminated with this client. Hold on.
So, I'm sorry, I just know like in some, like when we did the makeup one, the makeup, like I felt like we were having to like keep throwing everything, like basically we didn't know about that.
Yes.
Like, we're allowed to do that.
Yep, and when we get to the makeup portion, we're gonna do it that way too, where you can have the separate. Great question. Some things have changed since that makeup one was written versus like what is done in class, and some things are a little different too, because like your mannequin head is already draped and things like that. Like she's already gonna be out. You're gonna be in the middle of a section when you get to the makeup section. So yes, there are a few things that are a little bit different, but it makes it so much easier for you, so you don't have to sanitize so much. So so you'll have your cleansing bag on your trash pile. So now we'll go back into our cleansing of the face. So for our cleansing of the face, I've touched a few things here and there. I don't remember what I've touched, so I'm gonna sanitize my hands just because we've been talking and who knows what I touched. So I'm going to sanitize my hands. Now we're going to get going with Lisa. So we are going to start with our cleansing of the eyes and the lips. I've heard mixed reviews. You can do this dry or you can do this wet. If you're doing it wet, just use water. So you would take your bottle of water here from your Universal Supplies. And anytime that you're spraying water, don't spray it over your client's face. Make sure you're spraying it away because you don't want any overspray to go on. So I'm just gonna spray with a little water. So for the cleanse of the eyes, we are going to go down the bridge of the nose, across the eye. This one, trash. Same thing again, water. Down the bridge of the nose, across the eye, trash. For your lips, if you want to do water again, For your lips, you are going to hold on the outside of the mouth. You're going to go a swipe halfway in, then fold it in half. You're going to hold on the corner, and you're going to go in from the corner back to the center again. Think about it this way: if your client actually had lipstick on, you wouldn't want to go from middle to outside because you could smear the lipstick across their cheeks. So this is kind of like smearing it into the center, and then you get a second chance to get it off. So this is going to go in the trash. Fun fact, that's the part of my state board that I missed and had to go back after I cleansed. So I promise, and I did just fine. So if you miss a little thing, it's not the end of the world.
Wait, what do you mean you missed it?
I didn't do it.
You didn't do that part just now? Okay.
I did it afterwards. I started cleansing and I was like, oh no. And then, so if you forget something, go back and do it. Because maybe you get 1 point off instead of 2 points off or something like that. You know what I mean? That could be a big difference in the end. The water I can keep here because we're going to use this a couple times. So we've cleansed the eyes. Now we're going to cleanse the face. So our cleanser here, I know all of these look like little, you know, like you would throw them away, little disposables, but consider these your back bar products, and all of your back bar products are in jars. So I know that that's not something that we do with Dermalogica. Some brands do use jars. So we're gonna open the lid. We're gonna take a little scoop out with our stick. When I tell you the tiniest bit of product, I know it's been a while since you guys have worked with mannequin heads. Remember, she doesn't have skin. It's not sinking in. There's no product absorption. And so you don't want your hands to be completely coated. You don't want her face to be completely coated. You want it to be everywhere on her face, but you don't want it to be coated so much that, you know what I mean, you're not able to get through it. So you're gonna do your little scoop. You're gonna put some on your hand. Now you're gonna use your trash. You can even add a little water to your hands. This is going to be special cleansing gel. We are not doing a double cleanse here, just one cleanse. So you're going to apply your cleanser. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. We are literally just cleansing the face. You don't have to do your little snowman. Just make sure you're hitting all the areas. They are making sure that you are not going up her nose, that you are not going in her eyes. Get the whole face. Doesn't have to take you forever. It's not fancy here. Don't do a 10-minute, like, what is this? Maybe 30, 60 seconds. That's enough. That's it. That's all it takes. So now you can use your large cotton rounds. You can spray with water, and you're gonna go ahead and remove your cleanse like you would in real life. Be careful to avoid, again, getting product up her nose, in her eyes, all that good stuff. They will grade you on, did you remove all of the product? Did you get rid of everything that you needed to get rid of? If there's still cleanser on the face, they could potentially ding you for that. So at this point, I'm done with my cleansing steps. Any sticks or anything that you have left over, you can leave out during the facial part. At the end of the facial, we'll get rid of. But I have another stick because we give you extras. I didn't use it. I can keep it here on my clean supplies in case I drop something and need it later. Then I have even more extras. So build your arsenal. Keep all of that extra. But what I am going to do to avoid trash mountain at the end is I'm going to take my trash here and my cleansing. My trash is going to go in trash. My cleanser is going to go in to be disinfected because it's back bar. And then I'll sanitize. This is where it's a little bit different for what you guys are used to. So the next thing we're going to do is exfoliation. So in our exfoliation bag, this is our hot towel cabbie. You have a hot towel. This is the only time we're going to use a hot towel during this. This is essentially our hot towel cabbie. In real life, you're going to wet this the day of your actual boards so that it is damp. You don't want it to be like crazy hot, but you want it to be, you know, hot enough. So we'll have that set out. We have our cotton rounds, our sticks.
If you forget to wet it.
What was that?
If you forget to wet it.
So it's just gonna be a little bit more difficult to remove. Yeah, go ahead.
Could you potentially remove it, like wetting the cotton pads and like using that to
Use the cotton pads instead of the towel.
Like if you don't wet it that day, like, could you constantly like spray it with the water? Okay.
You probably could. They may take points off for that because technically they're grading you on removing with a steam towel. So it's hard to say. If you're in that bind where you forget to wet it, I would do that. However, when you come into your reboot, we're gonna tell you all to set an alarm in your phone so that it comes up and tells you, because you're gonna need to put water in these 3 bottles. Your alcohol, toner, and water will all get water put in them, and you're gonna wet your towel. So that'll be your task for the morning of. So this is gonna go on my trash paper towel. And now I'm ready to go. So for exfoliation, it's gonna be a little bit different. You guys are gonna use your large popsicle stick here, which is like your wax stick essentially. This is the purifying mask plus exfoliant. I'm not saying don't get this on your hands, but she can be a little spicy. But to make it easier to not get it all over the place, you're gonna take a scoop out and then you're gonna use your fan brush. You can dip into your popsicle stick however many times you need to. So you're gonna dip into your popsicle stick, apply to your client, make sure that you get a good layer everywhere, that you can see it. It'll be gray, so you'll be able to see it on your client. Again, make sure that you're not getting it up your client's nose, in your client's eyes. They will take off points for that. So your brush you can put over here on the dirty paper towel, even though it'll go where?
To be disinfected.
To be disinfected. Your stick can go in your trash. You are going to use your exfoliation brush here. You're not using your hands to do this. They're grading you on manual exfoliation. So you're gonna take your water bottle again and you are going to spray your little round brush and you're gonna exfoliate. It doesn't matter where on the face you start, but you're just gonna go around little circles. You can go up around the nose, over the nose like this. Make sure you're getting the whole face.
Will this be like, since it's a purifying like mask, I guess, will this be the mask and exfoliation?
Nope, this is just gonna be your exfoliator. We used to use thermofoliant, but it was really hard to like manipulate on the skin and it was clearer. So we use this one because you can see it. Honestly, in real life, I wouldn't use this as your mask either because it's got so many actives in it. It's a little, have you ever used it before? It's a little tingly. So my brush, I can put over here with my fan brush. So this is where, so we've done our exfoliation, we've scrubbed the face, we've avoided the eyes and mouth. The brush is going to go into to be disinfected eventually. If you put it in right now, sanitize your hands, but it can go on our dirty paper towel. Then we are going to do our steam towel. What do we have to do with our steam towel before we touch our client?
Test it on yourself first.
Yes, test it on the inside of your wrist. So this can go on our trash paper towel. We're gonna unfold. I didn't really roll this one, so we're gonna unfold our towel. We are going to test once on the inside of the wrist, and we are going to, it also, you can see it's a lot harder to manipulate the towel when it's dry. When it's wet, it conforms to the face. When it's dry, not so much. So you are going to do your little compressions and then remove as much product as you can with your steam towel. Your steam towel is gonna go where?
Soiled linens.
Soiled linens, yes. So our steam towel will go into soiled linens. So because we did soiled linens, we're gonna sanitize. I would avoid putting that like on your station because it's gonna be wet and now it's gonna have product on it
So
and it's
that's
gonna make a
really,
mess.
okay.
You could put it here if you wanted to, but it's gonna make a mess. I think it'd be easier just pop it in your soiled linens.
So it's only 4 towels and don't get
One. Oh well,
Like,
so one
together.
one for the exfoliation, and then you have 2 new client setup bags.
Okay.
So once she gets her facial, she goes home. Then her twin sister comes back for hair removal and makeup.
Okay, and you gotta drip again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. You got it. So now we have some extra cotton rounds in here. Whether you see product on the face or not, I would still go in and do a second remove here. So go ahead, spray with your water, and then go ahead and remove just to make sure her face isn't wet, everything's good to go. And then this is gonna go trash. You can keep your extra cotton rounds, your extra sticks, you can keep those out. So what we're gonna do here, go ahead, get rid of our trash in our to be disinfected. So our trash, our to be disinfected is our exfoliator, our fan brush, and our exfoliation brush. And then hand sanitize. And then we're gonna go on to massage. So massage bag, same old, you can put that on your trash pile. For your massage, they're only grading on 4 steps. You are going to small stick, little bit of massage product. Again, you don't need a lot. I believe this is just like regular lotion on your hand. And for your massage, you are going to do your product application, get your massage cream on, and then make it your own. But what you don't, or you could do exactly like I do. I would do friction, little X's for friction. That's the amount of time you have to do it. Tap potement, do some tap potement around the eyes. All right, that's enough tap potement. Now I'm gonna do effleurage. Do this a couple times. Now I'm gonna do some petrissage. That's the extent of your facial massage. That's literally all you have to do for your facial massage. So not nearly as intensive as we think it's gonna be. It can literally, I would do probably that routine that I just did there. I would probably run through that routine twice. You're gonna have the time to, and that running through that routine twice will ensure that the judges are seeing, you know, that you went through everything. So run through that. Then you're gonna just use water and your 4x4s to remove. Super simple. Again, they are going to grade you on did all the product get removed. So if all of the product was not removed, they could ding you for that. So just make sure her face is nice and clear. So you're done your massage. That's as easy as that is. Again, you can keep out your supplies, but get rid of your trash. And to be disinfected for your massage, your trash, sanitize. And then your last step of the facial is your facial mask.
You don't need a hot towel for the mask.
Nope. She's getting a bare bones treatment. They are not looking to see if you can do a facial well. They're not looking to see if you are a good esthetician. They are looking to see if you are a safe esthetician. So, you can put this in your trash pile. So for your mask, you're gonna do much like you did for your exfoliation. You're gonna take your stick, you're gonna scoop out a little bit of mask. You need to have enough that you can see. I believe this is the conductive mask, although this looks even bluer than that, so I don't know what this is. This might be the post-sweat. I'm not sure.
That's liquid though.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe this is conductive. It looks very blue though for conductive, doesn't it?
How long has it been in there?
Only since last mod.
That's probably why.
I don't know. So you're gonna get your good scoop of this out, and then you're gonna use your fan brush to apply to the face.
'Cause it's usually the darker part.
Could be that it's been exposed to light.
They got
What's that word?
nothing. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What's that word though? When it's exposed to light?
Oxidized.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe it oxidized. Your fan brush can go in your dirty pile. Your trash, your stick can go in your trash. All right, we put the mask on. Mask on, mask off. That's it. It feels weird, but you're just gonna go ahead. Okay, we put the mask on. Cool, proctors. Cool, did it. All right, that's it. Now you're gonna take her right off. So,
Wait,
remove.
So you don't let it sit?
Nope.
Take it right off as soon as you put it on.
Yep. What I would do is just like I did there, like I would just like, all right, maybe count to like 5 and then take it off. Just so like somebody saw that you applied the mask. You know what I mean? The proctor saw that you did it.
That's what I'm worried about. Like, how many proctors is gonna be in there? Like,
It depends on how many, it changes. It depends on how many students are taking the exam. However, the rule is technically supposed to be if they don't see you do it, they can't take points off for it.
okay.
That being said, if they see that you didn't do something, they will take points off for it. But if no one saw you do, say, petrissage, they can't take points off for petrissage if they didn't actually like watch you do your massage part. So they're not supposed to take points off for things that they didn't see, as per state board, a previous state board meeting. So she's all cleansed from the mask. Again, when I tell you tiniest bit of product, she's gonna get one finishing product, and it is moisturizer. That's all she gets here.
This sounds like a man.
Yeah, this is the man facial. So, tiny bit of moisturizer here because, again, we have more to do with her. So if you load up her face on moisturizer and it's greasy, yeah, your makeup application's gonna struggle a little bit. It's gonna be a little weird. So tiny bit of moisturizer on your hand. We are going to rub it in. Make sure you get everywhere. Again, not up her eyes, not up her nose. And then,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
For the makeup version, we're not getting like the skin that go on top of it.
No, you do it right on your mannequin head. So now, that's a good question though. We do those really just to protect these, essentially. So now that we have our facial done at this point, she's all moisturized, we are going to get rid of our trash and our to be disinfected. So our to be disinfected is going to be our mask and our moisturizer, our fan brush. Actually, we can get rid of this whole paper towel because we're done our facial and this client is over and done with. So, oops. So I dropped something on the floor, even though it's already trash. Pick it right up, sanitize, back on track. Your water can stay in your universal supplies. Bobby pin, the extra one, to be disinfected. This right here, all of your extra supplies that you have, this is all gonna go in trash because we're going on to a new client next. So sanitize. Now, we're gonna step back and our section is done. We don't want to undrape our Lisa yet. We're gonna do that in the next section.